We are rolling.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome all of you to this first week of wellness series. I guess the name speaks by itself, isn't it? I mean, anything and everything to do with great health. So, right from dealing with lifestyle diseases, new age disorders, I mean, so many, these are very new age terms as well. Coming to habit, okay, what is a habit? Let's talk something interesting about this. If we take the word habit, let's remove H, okay? A bit is left. Let's remove A, bit is left. Let's remove B, it is still left. Let's remove I, T, wherein you are a transformed individual. And that's exactly what our topic for today is: healthy habits for a better life. Yeah. And we have Dr. Ankita ji with us today, Dr. Ankita Dhelia. Yeah. She needs no introduction. All her, videos have gone viral. MBBS, yes, of course. She's also done her master's in osteopathy. Yeah. And am I missing something about her? Yes, she is the president at Sri Sri Center of Healing Arts. Welcome, Ankita ji. So glad to have you with us. Yeah. Ankita ji, now this word healthy, yeah, it's so overused, it's so overrated. To start with, what is it to be healthy?
Yeah, so health has a lot of meanings to it. If you go by definition, how World Health Organization defines health,
Right.
it says it is a state of complete physical, social, and mental well-being, not merely the absence of disease or a infirmity or a problem. So when we talk about health, how are we feeling physically? If I'm sitting at my desk, do I keep have to adjusting myself? Oh, this hurts. Oh, this, I can't sit well. Or I need a cushion. I can't sit, or I keep adjusting my neck.
Right.
There is a physical issue there. It's not physical well-being.
Right.
Is my mind making me, am I bogged down with something going on in my head? Then that's not mental well-being. Am I, am I jittery? Am I very irritated? Do I get triggered at small things that people tell me? A little something I see there and I get, I react like a boiling potato. So that means it's not total mental well-being. And social well-being. How am I with my interactions with people? How okay I am to deal with people? Do I keep avoiding meetings? Do I keep avoiding social gatherings? Do I keep postponing anything where I need interaction with people? That is not social well-being. So health is where I can be myself in doing what I want to do. I can do things I want to do and I can enjoy them. There is no point going on the best holiday of your life and not being able to enjoy because you have a very bad back at that point.
Right.
You go to the best restaurant and you can't eat your favorite dessert because
Right.
your body can't afford it. That's not health. So in one line, I would say health is where you can really do the things you really want to do and enjoy them.
Right. One very interesting point that came up here is, Dr. Ankita ji, I always thought the social well-being part, I'm sure everybody would agree, was more to do with the personality, isn't it? No, people do not consider it as part of health. But that was a very nice light that you threw. Okay, going ahead, Ankita ji, what do you think? What are the habits? Like in today's age, we all know how we live with this digital thing. Yeah, what are those habits that is a must? As in, you cannot. I mean, there is a no for it. I mean, you
Do
cannot
without.
avoid it.
Something you can't do without.
Yeah.
So, basically, like you were telling in the intro, which was really nice, by the way, Sunita. So, these diseases that have come up, which a lot of people are facing, they are lifestyle or new age diseases. They were not there earlier, because earlier we were very much attuned with nature and we had a lot of activity.
Absolutely.
Right? We used to run, we used to hunt, we used to walk on uneven surfaces.
Right.
Right? And we used to hunt, we used to climb trees, jump, move. There was a lot of physical movement involved. Now our lives have become really sedentary, and with the sedentary lifestyle, all these diseases have come up. There is actually, WHO actually calls this disease as the sitting disease.
Okay.
The sitting disease, and they say sitting is the new smoking, and it is actually worse than any other addiction you can have, is the addiction to keep sitting, to be a couch potato. So here, let me bring in two little habits that we can bring in. One is, for every 1 hour of sitting, we need to do 3 minutes of movement.
Oh,
Very doable. For 1 hour of sitting, we do 3 minutes of movement. So what is the movement? Depending on the area you have. You are in a small cubicle, you just cannot move. Move in your chair. Just move. Get up, sit, get up, sit, get up, sit. Do 10 sit-ups on your chair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Move. Yeah, twist. Use your chair, twist back, bend to the side. Do any movement.
Achha.
If you can, definitely walk and move.
Right.
So 3 minutes of movement for every hour of sitting. Of course, there are certain particular movements that we should do if we sit for long, which is like, because when we sit for long, what happens is the muscles in our hip, they are constantly smashed.
Okay.
So they tend to underwork. So even when we lie down in the night, just moving the hips a little.
Okay.
Lying down on the belly and just doing some leg raises, or lying down on the sides and opening and closing the legs so that your hips tend to rotate in and out. Just do a little twists with the hip. That is something that we can do at bedtime every night if we are sitting for long. If possible, of course, if you are just sitting at home and doing work from home, then you can always find a place to lie down and move your hips. If not, just walk, move. If there is a phone call that you have to take, you say that, okay, if you can do it in your 3 minutes of walking time, do it then, rather than sitting at one place talking. See if you can do that. But 3 minutes of movement for every 1 hour of sitting is one habit we need to inculcate. If we are sitting, put a timer, put something, put a buzz, put an alarm that will make you stand up and walk around. And second other habit I would just like to add here is that for every 20 minutes of screen time, because you use the word digitalization, we are either on our phones or at our laptops. For every, it's actually called the 20-20-20 rule, which means for every 20 minutes of screen time, for 20 seconds, look 20 feet away.
क्या बात है, अच्छा.
So आपको, so you don't really have to measure 20 feet. So for every 20 minutes you have looked at your screen, just for 20 seconds, look away, look far at a distance, look out of the window, look at a wall.
Okay.
Just for 20 seconds. So these are two habits that we can put in. For every 1 hour of sitting, 3 minutes of movement, and the 20-20-20 rule for the eyes.
Right. So that's really nice. So what I understand is, are active people, like there are some people who are really active, right, in activities. I mean, they go for a lot of classes or whatever, aerobics do. So you mean they will not have those who keep themselves active, I mean. Okay. And these days, let us accept, doctor, that these centers are also there quite a lot. पुराने ज़माने में इस तरह के gym centers इतने नहीं थे, people will not register. So these people will not have these kind of lifestyle diseases. Is it like that?
See, lifestyle includes a lot of things. Where you sleep, how you sleep is one factor. What you eat, when you eat is another factor. And activity levels are one factor. So when I'm talking about this in a broader picture, activity levels are one bit of the problem. Now, if any one of the things is not all right, then any of the lifestyle diseases, so to speak, can come in. Or, disease is a very strong word. Sometimes people don't really have diseases, but if you ask them, are you healthy? They will think, maybe. Why can't we say, yes, I'm healthy?
So true.
Do you have aches and pains somewhere? Do you have a problem somewhere? Do you think something is paining for you?
Sometimes, yes.
You are more sure that there is something wrong than being sure of, are you healthy? Let me think.
Right.
So why can't we say that?
Correct.
Because we are not really enjoying and being ourselves and doing what we are doing.
Okay.
So we are kind of, जो झिझकना बोलते हैं, we are not so okay calling ourselves healthy.
Correct. Yes.
So there are a lot of things. If we haven't slept well,
Right. Right.
That is one thing. So, I really want to mention this somewhere. How do you measure you are healthy or not?
How do you
What is
measure
a
this?
measure? Can I put it on a graph paper and say, okay, this thing is healthy and this is not healthy? So I was reading this very nice quote by who was written, I've forgotten, that your relationship with gravity doesn't say a lot. A lot of people just keep checking their weight.
Ah.
When they have to say exercise, eat anything, oh, my weight is okay, am I overweight, am I underweight, how is my BMI, which is again a function of weight and height. You can't change height, so weight is the only factor again there.
Correct.
So he said, instead of these things, check for few things. Again, it's a good habit to keep check. Again, don't be paranoid, but
Correct.
a good habit to check these few things.
Tell me.
One is, how is your sleep?
Sleep. Okay.
So when we wake up in the morning, do we feel energetic or tired? Do we feel that we kept waking up in the night?
Right.
Yeah. Do we feel, no, I want to sleep more, I'm not okay to take on the day? So how is the quality of the sleep? Nowadays, there are a lot of things that will measure your quality, those rings and a lot of things. But
Right.
otherwise, a general parameter, a few checkpoints, that how am I feeling in the morning? Do I feel energetic or do I feel lethargic? Do I feel rested or do I not feel rested?
Yes.
So one
Yes.
is, say, your sleep, how your sleep is.
Okay.
Second is, do you feel hungry during the day or you don't feel hungry at all?
Okay.
How satiated, how satisfied you feel after your meal, and can you have a control over your portion size?
Okay. Okay.
Third is something called bold score. We don't really have to get into the score, but how are you breathing? Can you do 4 or 5 breathing exercises in a day? Very simple ones, like maybe just breathing in for few counts, holding for few counts, breathing out for few counts, or maybe doing some pranayama, or maybe practicing 10 belly breaths and all. And you can do them without a pause in between, without feeling that you have no control over your breath. So that's called breath score.
Okay. Okay.
That is another thing that we need to check.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And after when the second half of this day starts, how active or lethargic do we feel?
Oh,
These
okay.
are the few things that we can check on a daily basis. And last but not the least, every day, how many times a day do we feel that we are having some aches and pains here and there, which are not allowing us to do things? It is a sign of something called inflammation and going on in the body somewhere. So these are few things. See, you get a cold, you get a cough, you get a diarrhea, you get some infection. That's a very momentary thing. You will be okay in a few days.
Correct. Correct.
But how am I living my life daily? That check has to be given. And with how can I eliminate all of these if my score is not good and be at the position to feel healthy? That I can do with few healthy habits, right? So, like we just spoke about the sitting and movement and the eyes.
2020.
Yeah. Another little thing that we can add is at least 20 minutes a day spending time in nature. Walking bare feet on either clay, grass, mud, sand,
Oh my
soil,
God.
whatever natural surface you feel, or even if it is concrete of the earth, where you're walking on bare earth, not your ground floor cement, tiles, marble won't work. It has to be a natural surface. It has two big benefits. One is it gives you the power of grounding. Our earth is a big reservoir of negatively charged electrons, and it allows to keep a lot of inflammation at bay, allows to keep all the organs functioning well, gives better sleep. All that is there. We can go on and on about earthing or grounding. But the other thing that it does is, because these surfaces are not too flat and smooth, like our marble, granite, all these are, it allow our foot ligaments to develop better to give good strength for the muscles of the whole body. Earlier these flat feet and all were not common. Now they are just so common because we are not used to walking and moving on uneven surfaces.
All right.
1/4 the number of bones of our body are located in our feet.
Oh my God.
The feet are those that anchor us to the ground. The feet are those that keep us standing. We are different from animals. Animals are four-legged. We are the only species that has evolved to two legs. And we are in touch with the ground standing on our 2 feet. And we don't move the feet how they should move. And especially with shoes and all of that, which are designed to really protect us from every impact that the concrete ground can give us.
So that's bad? You mean those kind of...
On concrete, they are good. The shoes, if you are jumping, moving on concrete, on tiles, on marble, that's good. But on natural surfaces, bare feet is very good.
Okay, my
Nowadays, there are a lot of companies that make shoes which
Right.
simulate the design of your foot so that your
Yes.
curves and everything can be maintained.
Yes.
Our ligaments are made to move bare feet. The design of the foot is for bare feet, but it is also for undulatory and natural substances, not for man-made artificial concrete marble on which if you jump, it gives an impact which is not.
Undulatory as in? I didn't get
meaning wavy,
okay.
not absolutely
Not
smooth.
absolute. Okay.
Yeah. So shoes are good for hard surfaces, concrete, and not so natural surfaces, but on natural surfaces like mud, clay, sand, grass, it's good to walk bare feet. So taking out half an hour, somewhere, find grass, garden, whatever, and
walk bare feet.
Walk bare feet. 20 minutes a day. The research, there is a lot of study which says that the inflammation in the body, in chronic inflammatory diseases where there is a lot of aches and pains in the body, not being able to sleep, all those can go away if we walk 20 minutes bare feet on these natural surfaces every day to get the benefit of grounding.
Right. I think this was a brilliant insight. I never saw at my feet in this manner. You mentioned a lot of things, which was like for me, wow. So coming to sleep, because I think a lot of people have confusions on the number of hours of sleep, Ankita ji. Like every body is different, and sometimes some people sleep less, and I've really seen this, but still they are energetic, doctor, the next day morning. So what is this sleep confusion that is existing?
It's not a confusion, it's just too much of information on sleep all over the place.
Yes.
These are just views of people, but there are a lot of sleep laboratories actually where they kind of challenge you to not sleep for 7 to 8 hours every night, and they can prove that lack of sleep can cause a lot of diseases. So for a normal adult, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is non-negotiable. And night sleep. Day sleep cannot give you the benefits of night sleep because sleep is regulated by a gland called melatonin gland, which regulates our sleep-wake cycle, and that works in response to a particular amount of sunlight and complete darkness in the night. So for a baby, more hours of sleep are required, more than 10-12 hours. But for an adult, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is non-negotiable. After about 70, 75, 80, again, the sleep hours, they change, which can be dependent on the body. But for an adult, a normal adult, after your teenage is done, actually, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is actually non-negotiable. Sleep is when a lot of things happen in the body. Our memory is formed in sleep. Our organs, they kind of work better when we sleep. They work more. Our repair, rejuvenation of tissues, disease fighting, all that happens in sleep.
So the so-called 6 hours sleep, which is considered to be, so that's not done. That means
7 to 8 hours is absolutely necessary.
Okay. That's again a very interesting, because a lot of people, we start with 6 hours, isn't it? Have you seen the busy professionals?
That's a study by the sleep laboratories that 7 to 8 hours is very, very important.
Necessary. Right. Okay. Yeah. Going ahead, Ankita ji, how much now in all this, I like to call it in this chaotic existence. When I mean chaotic, I don't want to use the word negative, but I'm just saying we all let's be practical. We know mama granny ka zamane ka वैसा था, अब क्या करें, अब ऐसा है. Let's take refrigerator for example. You can't tell us not to live with the refrigerator. ठीक है, बासी खाना मना है, all this पता है, but keeping all the limitations of today, how much can we cheat? How much are we allowed to cheat in any area? I wouldn't be able to say what area. I wanted to just throw this for discussion.
No. See, you cannot ask a very, generic question, a very random question and ask me to give you a pinpointed and a very specific answer. What are you talking about when you say cheating? Are you talking about diet?
Acha,
Cheating in
okay.
diet. Are you talking about cheating on your exercise, that okay, I be naughty and I don't move
Or
for
I
4 days.
do 5 days and
I
2 days
am on
I'm
a
done.
trip for 4 days, so I miss on my exercises, or I am on a wedding
Right,
party, so I cheat on the food that I eat.
right.
See, cheating can be anything as far as your health is concerned.
Correct, correct. So in every
Not
area,
maintaining hygiene. Yeah, not maintaining hygiene could also be cheating with your body and health. That I keep my surroundings dirty, not taking bath, not wearing cold clothes, that is also cheating.
cheating.
So,
Right, right.
so what is it that you're talking about?
Okay, in any specific area. All right. I guess let's talk about diet then. I guess a lot of people have confusions on diet because diet is what I see these days. Everybody get into dieting or they have a nutritionist. So many people, it's become so common. Sometimes it looks like it's a fad, you know. So the so-called cheat days are always there, right? Is that okay?
Yeah, see, the thing is that you can afford cheat days if
Huh.
you are on a good nutrition plan.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
your body is, see, the body should be such that things can agree with the body. If I am so sensitive to every single thing I eat,
Right, right,
yeah,
right.
that means that either I
Something,
have abused it a lot
right, right.
or I have sensitized it a lot. And
Huh.
any extreme is not good for the body.
Correct,
And
correct.
also, I would not say fad in the sense, yes, with diet, there's a lot of fat, but nowadays the thing is that people are suddenly again becoming way more aware of what they are putting inside their systems,
Which is good, right?
which
Which
is
is
good. Earlier, all the food was anyways good. It was natural. It was without
सही बात
any
है सही बात
pesticides. Or it was locally grown, produced, and
correct
consumed.
right
The
refrigerated
problem
भी
has
नहीं था
come. Yeah, the problem has come. I was just talking about this today, that earlier with food, we were like, food was a particular very important thing to be done. Okay, I'm eating, I'll call later. With meals, nothing else was done. There was a proper meal time for the family.
right
People
right
would sit and eat.
and today it's like this है
Now
ना
these things are used as your marketing gimmicks. 2 minute noodles, quick bite. Let me grab a quick bite.
right
I'll have
yeah
a quickie meal and come. Or
yeah
food on the go, fast food.
the food on the go yeah
Why? Because I have made food as something that I just have to get done with really quick.
wow, yes yes
Food is not something like that. Food is a very important aspect of our being. What we eat is what we become.
super
And we need to give that time and that respect to our
Respect.
food and our eating. While eating, we are like,
Yeah that's what
or
today
watching some television and eating, or talking on the
today
phone
it is
constantly.
all videos I
And,
have seen
I'll call you during lunch. I'll
yeah
call you while I'm eating. Why?
yeah
Why food is not important as your meeting is to you?
brilliant
So one other great habit would
huh.
be give that time and respect to food and eating. Doesn't
correct
mean you keep eating for 8 hours,
exactly
but
exactly
whatever your meal time is, one stick to a meal time. Otherwise the tummy is confused. When should I produce the digestive juice? When should I produce the acid? And when we don't stick to particular meal times, the whole clock is confused and it keeps producing that whole day.
okay
This is
okay
why all that acidity, reflux, heaviness, not knowing a proper hunger time, satisfaction, all that is not there.
अच्छा अच्छा
So
अच्छा
just going 15-20 minutes up and down, but having proper timing. So okay, if I eat my breakfast at 9, 10, whatever, I go 15 minutes up and down, but not one day at 8 and other day at 12.
okay
So
okay
having proper timings, then
right
giving that time to food, eating with all the senses, looking at the food, the color, the texture, touching the food,
oh,
smelling it, tasting it well, chewing is another great habit we
right
have to put in. So giving time to food and eating is another habit we consciously need to bring in.
correct
And
correct
really chewing, put in a timer. If you've eaten too fast, okay, no, go slow, go slow.
okay
You have just 3-4 minutes have passed and half your meal is done. No, go slow. Give
अच्छा
it that 20 minutes. Give that time to food to eat. to
I just
chew, to
love this
feel
time.
the food, look at the food. Half the
Yes.
times we don't even know the flavors that have gone into our food. Everything tastes the same because we have not really, tasted our food. We just hogged.
Yes, yes. Even the food which we like, है ना? क्योंकि
Ah,
जल्दी जल्दी खाते हैं. Yeah.
especially the food we like, we eat it so
Eat
fast.
more. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have this habit of telling few of my friends, is anyone going to run away with your food? Is anyone going to steal your food away? Why are you eating so fast?
Yes, true.
Slow down
Right.
with the eating. That is so important. So another habit would be give that time and respect to food and slow down with your eating and chew your food. Eat with all
Yeah.
your five senses.
No, I really love this. Oh, five senses. That's a very beautiful. But I love this timer thing, Doctor. No, I have never heard this before. Never. All this job ne kaha hai, pata hai, but nobody has told eat with a timer. I think I'm going to do this. I
I
really
eat
like this.
so slowly. I really eat slowly.
Very
And I
nice.
give that time that no, this is my food time. I'm not going to do calls when I'm eating.
Right. And also this what you said is so true, doctor. Like these phrases, these idioms are created like this, isn't it? That I never thought like that, to be frank. I'm like, yeah, this is so true. I mean, all these phrases are meaning the same thing. Very nice.
This is
And
how they play with psychology. I also
yes,
do just a little thing to add to this.
yeah, sure.
Whenever I'm eating with someone or my friends are over or someone
Right.
says, "Oh, I'll sit with you when you eat." If they are on the phone, I send them. I said, "Go out and talk."
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always do that. Who I don't care who the person is. I just say either go
Wow.
out and talk, and if I'm at a position where I cannot send that person out, I will quietly move out and go somewhere else and eat.
My
I said
God.
you either sit with me, be with me when I eat, or you just go away. Don't be on your phone when you are eating here.
Correct, correct.
Someone is eating with me and they are on the phone. I immediately I tell them just put your phone down and eat.
Super, super. Very nice. Very, very,
So
very
this is
nice.
something that's really important.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Then the digestion and assimilation of food is better inside us.
and digestion is so important, huh? Right? And यहाँ पे Ankita ji, you want to say something about water? Again, water cake philosophies are so many. 4 liters, kitna, 3 liters, I don't know what. Anything on
I
that?
am the worst person to talk about water because my habits with water, I have to confess, have been, I'm improving, but I've been really, really bad. I would have to be reminded to drink water and I would find an excuse to not drink. But see, water is something that is the medium for every single reaction that's going to happen in the body,
Okay, okay.
right? See, when
Huh,
you eat,
huh.
or if I talk about your favorite food, saliva comes in the mouth, right?
Yeah.
The blood that's flowing, that medium is water. Whatever reaction is happening in the body, the
Right.
medium for that is water.
Water. Right.
And we are a lot of water, right? We say, no, 70% of us is water. We need
Right.
water in the body. Your
Right.
skin, the moisture that you feel on the skin, that comes with water.
Water.
So
Right.
water is important. Of course, see, I really cannot give you a number that 4 liters, 3 liters, 2 liters,
Correct.
but
Correct.
have at least 7 to 8 glasses of water a day. That is absolutely necessary. And
Acha.
measure your water.
Acha?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one thing which I will borrow from someone, which is not my thing, I remember, especially with women, it happens when we go out or we have meetings and all, we
Ah,
avoid to drink water
yes.
because then we'll have to go to the washroom and
Correct.
it's not too great
Yeah.
to use public toilets and we have this.
Right.
I just remember someone telling me that, don't keep your target as the number of glasses of water or number of bottles of water you have to drink or liters. Keep the target as, okay, these many breaks I have to take for the washroom throughout the day. So my psychology changes and I'm not scared that if I drink water I'll have to run to the washroom. I know in my mind that, okay, I have to take these many breaks for the washroom, so I will automatically end up drinking more water.
Water.
So
Okay.
yeah, so
Is
instead
there a
of being
number of
worried, what about washroom, how much water to have, we can have, okay, at least these many washroom breaks I have to have in a day as my target. So we'll automatically end up having a lot more
ideally,
water.
is there a number to that?
No, there's no number. It's just,
Oh,
see, like how you say 2-minute noodles
yes, yes.
for your
Okay.
psychology. So when we are too scared that, oh, I cannot drink water, otherwise I'll have to keep running to the washroom. Okay, I'm on a course, I can't drink too much water, otherwise I'll have to go to the washroom. If I
Right.
have in my mind I have to take these many washroom breaks,
Breaks.
then I'm not scared to drink water.
Correct, correct. All right. Great. Very nice. Ankita ji, anything else that you want to say, that I may not have focused on or, anything?
No,
For
just
these habits,
this movement is really, really
very
important.
important, huh?
Movement
Because
and how we eat, all these things. if we can just fix few of these things, no, being with nature a little, moving well,
Right,
eating well,
right.
these things will automatically bring a lot of difference in how we are living and how we are enjoying our lives.
Right. How can we make all this fun? Is there any, like, you know?
Yeah, walking, instead of walking straight, you walk in a figure of eight. That's an infinity walk. I had put a little video on this also, you know.
Oh,
So when you do
really?
this,
Okay.
get coordination. When you're walking, when you're walking on uneven surfaces, walk on your toes, walk on your heels,
Yes,
walk on
yes.
the outer edge of your feet, jump, hop. You can make anything different, you know. You can add enjoyment to anything.
Right.
Have
Very
different colored fruits and vegetables, look at them, feel the texture,
correct.
write about it, start blogging about it.
Yeah. And I think spoon, everybody eat with spoon, Ankita ji, these days.
See,
That is,
I agree, there are some food that definitely require a spoon because, but
especially
a
when we
lot
go
of it
out.
can be touched.
Correct. As much as, okay,
As
yeah.
much as possible,
What
it's
is this?
best to eat with hands, because the moment we touch food, we are
Ha,
so well connected with our nerves. The nerves will send signal to the body on the kind of food that is coming and the kind of composition the food has and the kind of digestive juices that need to come out for the food to be digested. So I'm preparing my digestive system before the food is coming in, by looking at the food, by smelling the food, by touching the food.
right. So beautiful. Yeah. We've been designed. I mean, we've been given such a beautiful body. We all know this, but I think we just forget it or take it for granted, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly.
What else I wanted to ask is how can is there any tip, like again in today's age, like we say this new age, how can a balance be maintained? Any trick to maintain balance in comparison with this external world and these so-called rules, habits? If for example, I mean, if it is a stress, now doctor, it doesn't make sense, right? If we are stressing, yeah, I want to be healthy, I want to be, like how you said, we shouldn't be paranoid. If it creates stress in us, then it's a repercussion, right? Then there is no point, isn't it?
See, that's what I said, no, that are we being able to do what we want to do,
Ah,
and how eager are we to do, and are we enjoying what we are doing? See,
enjoy.
when we say that, okay, I'm a little stressed in whatever I have to do, that means I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, no. So
Correct,
that means
correct.
there is some aspect of me that is not feeling healthy about it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And I think we should be light about it. Hai na?
Exactly. See, that's where all are, again, obviously one of the best habits we all can have and must have is meditating.
Meditation.
This is why we always come to meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, yoga. All of these are absolutely our saviors in this such a, you know, fast age, fast paced life that we have.
So true, so true. It won't help us, it won't allow us to get anxious. Hai na?
Yeah,
Great,
they
great.
help us a lot in, see, of course there will be situations, but we can come back to
Correct.
being ourselves much faster.
Correct. Because
That
the
whole,
point,
yeah.
yeah, nahin, sorry, I missed
So
you.
that's what, that whole nervous system that goes in that state of
Huh.
you know, contraction and
Correct.
agitation in the fight flight mode, we can come back
Ah,
uh, to our original self so
true.
much faster if we meditate, we do yoga, we do Sudarshan Kriya.
Right.
So that,
Yes,
obviously, that's a another habit that I really feel
which is so important.
we
You know?
must
Yeah,
have.
no, I asked this because the truth is, whatever we say today, everybody has, as you said, people do give priority to health. And कई लोगों के लिए अंकिता जी, at least मैंने देखा है कि it has become a stress for them. You know, they want to take care. There is a willingness, but somehow it has become stressful also for them. That is a paranoid thing, what you said. So yeah, so I think you're right. For that, meditation is the answer, isn't it? Fabulous. I had a lot of takeaways. 3 minute, 1 hour. For every 1 hour, 3 minutes of walking, 1 hour of sitting, 3 minutes of walking. I love the 20 funda. I loved everything you told about food. For me, everything was a wow. Sure, people who all are listening must have had a lot of takeaways. Yeah, I guess some questions have come. I'm just asking about this. Yeah, we have time. Yes, I think couple of minutes. Chandrani Sharma is asking, could you please suggest something about vertigo?
I can suggest, but I don't think it's correct to suggest, because vertigo can be because of many reasons. Yeah, it could be because of the ears, it could be because of the neck.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, so without knowing what is the cause, it's not right to suggest. If it is coming from the neck because there is something, spondylosis of the neck
Uh-huh.
involved, there would be a different approach to that
सही बात है.
than if it is coming because of the ear balance going for a toss. So there are different reasons for it, and based on that, it's better to take professional help.
Correct, correct, true. And one more, this is simple and cute, but yeah, Mr. Srinivas says how to maintain discipline in maintaining these good habits.
If you want to maintain and make a good habit, new habit, you have to add it with an already existing habit.
Acha, so
Add it
for
to an
example,
already existing habit. Say, suppose you want to say start your day with drinking water.
okay,
Okay. And you are used to checking your phone when you get up in the morning.
correct.
So until you drink water, you're not checking your phone.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
going to do this from
linked your
tomorrow.
checking your phone with your drinking water,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Say you're used to talking to someone on the phone very regularly.
Right,
So until I walk and talk, I'm not talking to the person.
that
So
person.
you add something to an existing habit. That is one of the best ways. Maintaining discipline, if you can add a reward to it. Say if you do it for 5 days, you will reward yourself with something. You can add a reward to a good habit,
Okay.
something you like, and of course you deprive yourself of it for those 5 days till you have followed the habit. That
Correct.
also works. Yeah.
Right, right. Very nice. I like this. Yeah, I really like this water thing. I'm going to practice it tomorrow. I do drink water, but I do take the phone. Yes. I'm going to drink my 1 liter water and only then I'll see the phone. Great. Thank you so much, Ankita ji. It was wonderful having you. I forgot for a moment I'm having a very formal session. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a lot of takeaways and great. It was lovely, Ankita ji. I'm looking forward to have more sessions also. We will be having Wednesday series more. Yeah. So look forward to our series. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunita. Bye.
Ta-ta.